Hello, here from European Moldova in front of the Procurator General. And obviously there's a big kind of smear campaign that Moldova and also Ukraine and also Kosovo and Serbia, all these countries are supposedly so mega corrupt. Yeah. I know exactly the situation in Austria, and we have a serious corruption problem. And then to throw this mud on the poor countries who basically are on a, of course, less advanced situation of the corruption of the rule of law system, and they have come with this whole package of this communist control of the judiciary and the chaotic transition, and then we say, oh, they are corrupt, so they shouldn't be inside the European Union. First of all these countries undergo a huge leapfrog of digitalization in the justice system. That's very important. And the EU does major effort in judicial reform, all these countries, like real serious vetting and justice sector reform, and that's very good. Yeah? That's a very serious effort. Additionally, all the asset registers and all the things will be digitalized, like the digital cadastre, like the efforts in the cars, and that's important because that's already a lot of more transparency. And here the efforts are often more ambitious, like in Ukraine and also in Moldova, than in Austria even. Austria is now announcing the digital driving license, for example, which Ukraine has already implemented, for example. Here is really big progress, and we should not be the ones who are like always, there's corruption in Ukraine, Moldova, Georgia, and then we don't let these countries in. This is the wrong approach, because inside we have a much better regulatory access to the countries, because they are part of our regulatory and justice and rule of law systems. And if they are not so strong, then it's because we didn't allow them to be really like as strong as an FBI or like the Department of Justice in the United States of America, because the Germans, French and Austrians and Italians didn't want to have this supervision. That was a big mistake. We need, of course, a stronger central judiciary system in the European Union. But we don't need to delay these countries further until we have that, but we have to get them in faster and parallel to that build a stronger justice system. I mean, it's obvious and logical, and I say it since 20 years, but the protectionists and the xenophobes and the Putinists have blocked all these developments in the last 15 years, and that was a major mistake. So let's not smear these countries with the claim of corruption, but let's help them and assist them and make sure that they overcome, with the help of digitalization and the European Union experts, and the problems they face. And here actually it's a very pro-European government. Yeah? If you listen to the history of Mrs. Maidu, the president, she was a corruption campaigner and clean, good governance expert all her life. Yeah? And she is now doing great efforts here. And we should appreciate that and not come and block countries because they have a problem, but we are here to help. We are here to assist. That's the task of the European Union. And it's not that the Paris people get all their problems solved. No. That's not the task of the European Union to have this fantasy of France fulfilled. No, it's the task to stabilize Eastern Europe and have a stable framework for prosperity, security and regulatory clarity and good governance in Central and Eastern Europe. That's the historic task of the European Union, which we have fulfilled mostly with the first 100 million, but we are failing now with the next 67 million because we have rejected the Balkans and Ukraine, Moldova for too long with some kind of fake smear campaigns, often funded by Russian media. And we have to stop that, and where there is issues we have to help, and actually it's happening. This is what the EU is doing very well. Municipal infrastructure reform, judicial reforms, these are really the big strengths of the EU. Economic reform less so, unfortunately. But nevertheless also here much progress is happening, and I will update you and I will give you more news from European Moldova. And by the way, it's ready for 2029, and we should have this leadership and this wisdom to protect Moldova and to integrate it. And that's what the EU, NATO, the Euro, what is about. There's no alternative, and that's the right thing to do. That's the courage, and that's what we should do, and that's why we have the EU. Thanks a lot here from Central Chisinau, from European Moldova in these beautiful May days of 2022. And please protect Ukraine and protect Moldova. However we can do that, we should stand together in these terrible days. Thank you very much. Bye.